Hey there, Rednecks, Preppies, Redneck Preppies. It's me, the Redneck Preppy. How you doing today? Great? Good. A first for the channel. A cooking episode. Sort of. Today we're going to look at a Canadian IMP individual meal pack, or RIC, Ration Individuelle de Combat for our Francophone members. Specifically today, dinner menu number 18, or more simply, Shakshuka-Style Chickpea soup. I will be doing my best not to do a Steve 1989 impression during this video. Nice. Canada has been using IMPs for quite a number of years now, and each meal is designed to provide about 1,200 calories. These are pre-cooked, so you can eat them cold or warm. And I am told that there are 21 different meals available, 7 breakfasts, and 14 that can be either lunch or dinner. At any rate, a big thanks to a friend of mine, Andy, who recently gifted this to me. The last time I ate a Canadian military field ration was when I was in the Canadian military, what seems like a very long time ago. What were they called again? IRPs, individual ration packs. Certainly weren't as fancy as today's rations, and were pretty hit or miss when it came to the quality. The Salisbury steak ration remains one of the most repellent things I've ever eaten in my life. I don't know how the hell you screw up gravy on a beef patty, but they managed to do so. The beef stew ration, though, was absolutely kino, as the kids say. At any rate, you aren't here for trips down memory lane, but to see what Shakshuka-Style Chickpea soup is like as interpreted for Canadian soldiers. The first step, of course, is to actually open this up. I haven't the foggiest idea what to expect outside of the obvious. All right, here is all of the nutritional information for you. Feel free to pause the video and read to your heart's content. Interesting thing about this bag, assuming that you find such things interesting, is that it is actually resealable and it's ostensibly waterproof. Anyway, to open it up, it's pretty easy. You got a little pull tab here, and we'll just pull the tab. Let's see what we got in here. I'm very excited. What man is not excited by the prospect of food? All right, first up, we got ourselves coffee. Oh, sweet and creamy at that. Nescafe, very nice. No soldier ever did not appreciate some coffee. We got some peanut butter. Okay, awesome. That'll be good for something in here, I'm sure. We've got, oh my God, barbecue beef jerky. Wonderful. Oh man, we're already winning. M&M's? What in the hell? Man, our treat when I was when we had IRPs, was we get like a little 2-pack of chiclets. You know, the same that they used to give out to kids during Halloween. I don't know if those are still a thing, but we used to get a 2-pack of chiclets. They get a whole M&M's today. Golly. I feel like joining the army myself. We got ice sports drink. All right, super. We got 2 different kinds of drinks already, coffee and a sports drink. We've got blackberry jam. All right, we'll put that with the peanut butter. I'm already impressed. Okay, we got a bag. Oh, this is for your beverage, so you mix your beverage in this. Very kind of them. And it's helpfully demarcated. Coffee, sports drink. So I suppose you're only supposed to put that much water in there. All right, nice. Let's see what else we got here. We've got vanilla drink mix. Okay, super. A little vanilla, but I'm sorry. Oh, we got another ice sports drink. Well, we're not going to suffer for a lack of sports drinks. Bam. All right. Oh, what's this? Tortillas. I'm a little confused. What does Shakshuka-style stews have to do with tortillas? But I suppose it's kind of like a bread. Okay, yeah, I'm not judging. Let's see what else we got here. We've got tropical fruit salad. All right, well, that was mentioned on the front of the package. I'm guessing this is like the dessert, if you will. Wait, oh, cooking instructions. You're supposed to heat fruit salad? I don't know. I don't eat fruit salad. But we got tropical fruit salad. Okay, super. My word, this is a feast. We've got here. All right, here's the Shakshuka-Style Chickpeas. Interesting. Oh, wait, I have to correct myself. Heating instructions not applicable to fruit. Okay, so you eat the fruit salad cold, like a normal human being. And here's the chickpea shakshuka stew. Awesome. All right. I think there's something else in here. Oh, there's some minor things in here. Don't make this easy to empty, at least on camera. We got some Tabasco sauce. All right, good. We got some Tic Tacs, because you're in the field. You want to make sure to have fresh breath. We've got a compressed towelette. Well, that's good. That's nice. We got some pretty sturdy napkins. Thank you. We got a pack of matches. All right, that's to heat the heating tab and all that stuff that you would use to heat this. Of course, you don't get any of that in here. That's usually issued separately in the Canadian military. At least it was when I had IRPs. We would be supplied heating tabs and all that stuff. And then we would heat whatever IRPs we were given out in the field. And a spoon. Or a spork, I guess. Not a horrible one. It's made by Sterling. A lot of this stuff seems to be made by Sterling Foods, but a lot of it is also made by a company in Quebec, BCI Foods. Yeah, okay, so super. Here's what you get. And this is a pretty damned substantial meal. Nothing like the IRPs. IRP you would usually get, your entree. You get a little, I think you got coffee if I remember correctly. You get matches. You always got matches. This will be in lieu of the Chiclets gum, which was meant to be kind of like the little tasty thing. I think we got something to drink. And that was basically about it. Napkins, fork, and the rest of that stuff. But we didn't really get a lot of this other stuff. Let's say we got a condiment for the bread. That was about it. So today's food is pretty good. Now, that's not to say that IRPs sucked. I'm sure they were pretty calorie dense, which is why there was less food in here. Each one of these maybe a little less in the calorie department. But man, I love the fact that you get beef jerky. That kicks major league ass. Like I said, wow. Not that I'm tempted to rejoin the Canadian military, but I'm going to be eating like this out in the field. Not a bad deal. Okay, so how do we actually judge the relative quality of all this food, though? Well, the only way to do that is to, actually eat it. So that's next when we transition next through the magic of video editing. I'm going to have this food all plated. I'm going to prepare it off camera, unless you're really interested in the guy boiling water and sticking pouches in it. Et voila, here we are. Now, to make this as authentic as possible, I'm going to be eating this with military issue utensils. Unfortunately, not Canadian, but these were issued by the Bundeswehr. So we have ourselves a Waffenforken, a Waffenspoonmeister, and a Waffenneifen. Those are, by the way, the official names. True story. Now, I will confess that I ate the M&Ms off screen, for quality and safety checking. Anyway, let's get at her. Okay, so we've got the tortillas that I mentioned earlier. Very fresh, by the way. I mean, I've bought store-bought tortillas that were less fresh than this. And we've got blackberry jam and peanut butter that we'll be putting on it. We got the beef jerky here. We got that fruit salad. This is the vanilla drink. This is the sports drink, one of two that you get in it. And this is your serving of the Shakshuka-Style Chickpea soup. Less than I thought there would be, actually, to be honest with you. You know, the bag, it felt like substantial. This is, well, a lot less. We'll be trying the coffee later after the meal, as one does. Anyway, let's get started. First of all, let's try a little bit of this fruit salad. I'm eating around the camera, by the way, so this may look awkward. I cannot argue as to the freshness of this. This actually tastes really good. I mean, as fruit salad goes anyway. That is awesome. Let's wash it down, shall we, with some sports drink. And again, not much in the way of a serving size here, but yeah. Well, it tastes like a sports drink, which is to say, very chemically. But it is what it is, right? You're out in the field, you're happy for anything. Now let's put on some of this blackberry jam here, coming out in sheets rather than something that looks good. Let's try some peanut butter. For those of you with peanut allergies, please feel free to look away right now. All right, let's try this out. I've never actually had tortillas with peanut butter and jelly in it. It's actually pretty good. Peanut butter's fresh. Jam is certainly fresh. And the tortillas, as I mentioned, fresh. That's good. I'm not going to complain about that. Now, we'll try the vanilla drink. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's got a texture like a melted sundae. It certainly tastes like vanilla, though. I won't fault it for that. Probably tastes better with colder water. I used essentially tap water for it. Not sure how much of a fan I am of it. It tastes better than the sports drink, to be sure, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of like melted sundaes or milkshakes. That's it. It's a melted milkshake, I think is the best way I'd put it. Anyway, the star of the show, though, is this, the Shakshuka-Style stew. And I can see, well, chickpeas in it, which makes sense since it's got chickpeas. I'm not sure what else is in here. Are these potatoes? There's no meat in here, but I wouldn't expect that there is, because I don't think shakshuka stew actually has meat. But anyway, it's looks good. Let's find out. That's not bad. Yeah, not the biggest fan of chickpeas, to be honest with you. I mean, I like hummus and all that, but this is actually not bad. Yeah, if I got this in the field, I actually would not be angered by that. I'd actually be pretty happy. It's actually quite good. It's probably all vegetarian, or yeah, vegetarian. Certainly not vegan, I guess, but vegetarian. Yeah, nice. There you go. I did imitate Steve 1989. That's not bad. Actually, you know what? This is growing on me now. This isn't as bad as I said it was. Let's cleanse the palate a little bit with some fruit salad. This is actually making a convert out of me for both fruit salad and shakshuka. I haven't eaten too much Maghreb style cooking, so this is new to me. Now, I guess we have to try some of the beef jerky, right? Let's see what we got here. It's good. No arguments. Can't complain. It's hard to screw up beef jerky, right? I mean, even cheap beef jerky tastes good. Not that this is. Paid for by the taxpayer, it's probably very expensive. Yeah, that's not bad. I have to say this is actually a pretty good meal, all things considered. I mean, I could probably make do without the sports drink. I've never really been a big fan of drinking these to begin with. And it does have a pretty strong taste, you know, artificial taste. This is growing on me. I'm beginning to actually like this. I don't mind this at all. The tortillas and the peanut butter and jam, excellent, all fresh. Fruit salad is great. Beef jerky, I can't offer any complaints. And the Shakshuka-Style Chickpea soup, I think, is a banger. So, yeah, absolutely. I cannot offer any complaints on this whatsoever. I'd say that if you were a soldier out in the field, it's not the worst thing. Okay, so how do you finish a good meal? Well, nothing better than a good cup of coffee, eh? I think as I mentioned earlier, this was, sweet and creamy. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but we'll find out. Ostensibly won't have to add sugar or cream, which is probably why it's in here in the first place. Oh, it smells good. Let's try it. Wow, it's instant coffee. I guess you're gonna get what you deserve. But out in the field, you're not going to complain too much about that. It's coffee. Every soldier certainly appreciates a cup of joe at some point in the day. So I'll enjoy the rest of this off camera. Once it cools down, I think I heated the water up way too much. So what do I think? Well, there is a reason why this is called Shakshuka-Style stew. Since actual shakshuka has poached eggs in it. Something that a Libyan chum of mine noted when he read the ingredients for this package. Now, I appreciate that would probably make manufacture and possibly long-term storage a bit more difficult. So I dig that they went with the style rather than the authentic deal. Now, that aside, my judgment on this is I can't judge the entire range of IMPs for Canadian soldiers. This is really the only one I've ever eaten. I gotta admit though, I was a pretty big fan of it. Other than the sports drink, which I noted, but I finished it anyway, so it couldn't have been that bad. Pretty much everything in here was a winner. Everything was relatively fresh. I mean, as fresh as you can expect for something that's 3 years old and, you know, vacuum packed. The portions, which I initially thought were a bit small, I got to admit, I'm not walking away from this table hungry. There was a fair bit of food in here. I'm not a nutritionist, but I think it probably would meet all the nutritional needs of a soldier. They do say that it's not recommended that soldiers eat this more than 30 days consecutive, and I imagine it's because it is short on some nutrients, which, you know, some doctor somewhere decided was really important. But it's got everything I think that a person would need in order to maintain an operational tempo. So I can't fault it for that. I gotta say, this is pretty good. And if I found another package of Shakshuka-Style Chickpea soup, I wouldn't turn it down. I would honestly eat it again. As you can see, everything here is empty, and the coffee will be pretty soon too. So yeah, I'm giving this well, you know what? I'm going to use my patented thumb scale, which hasn't been in operation in a while. I'm going to give this 4.5 thumbs out of 5. And the only reason I knocked half a thumb off was the sports drink. Really no fault of its own. It is a sports drink. It wasn't billed unfairly. I just didn't care for it. I would have preferred something else. Hell, even some Tang probably would have been better. So there you have it. One of the food entries, or should I say entrees, that are inflicted upon Canadian soldiers. I'd say if this is representative of the fare that they eat, not a bad deal. Hell, I might have stayed in had I known IMPs were coming. At any rate, I hope you found today's video at least be vaguely entertaining and mildly informative. As always, I hope your adventures out in the field are safe and fun. Take care, and bye-bye.